Hello there, and welcome back to Sleepy Discovery. Tonight, we're going somewhere familiar, gentle, and wonderfully comforting. We're spending the night with dogs. Those loyal companions who can turn an ordinary room into a home, who seem to understand our moods without being told, and who can fall asleep in positions that somehow look completely impossible. But beneath those sleepy eyes and wagging tails is an astonishing world. Dogs can detect scents that are far beyond the ability of our human noses. They can recognize familiar people by smell, remember places and experiences, communicate through an intricate mixture of sounds and body language, and even seem to notice tiny changes in the emotional atmosphere around them. Some dogs dream while they sleep. Some can navigate the world almost entirely through their incredible sense of smell. Some have been trained to detect illnesses, find people beneath rubble, locate survivors after disasters, and assist people in ways that seem almost extraordinary. And yet, after all the remarkable things dogs can do, one of the most beautiful things about them may be how naturally they simply live beside us. A dog doesn't need to understand everything about the universe to enjoy an afternoon in the grass. It doesn't need to know what tomorrow will bring to become excited by the sound of a familiar voice. And it doesn't need complicated words to communicate something as simple as, "I'm happy you're here." So tonight, as the world outside becomes quieter, we'll slowly explore the hidden lives of dogs. We'll wander through their ancient history, their extraordinary senses, their sleeping habits, their dreams, their emotions, their communication, their remarkable intelligence, and the fascinating ways their bodies interact with the world around them. There will be moments that are surprising. There will be moments that are wonderfully strange. And there will be plenty of quiet little details that make you look at the dog beside you in an entirely new way. So if you're already lying comfortably in bed, let your shoulders relax. Let your breathing become slow and easy. And if you're listening with your eyes closed, there's nothing you need to do. You can simply let the story continue. Imagine, for a moment, a quiet evening. The lights are low. The room is peaceful. And somewhere nearby, perhaps curled up on a blanket, stretched across the floor, or resting at the foot of a bed, a dog is beginning to settle down for the night. Its breathing becomes slower. Its muscles relax. Its ears occasionally move at the faintest sound. And for a little while, the busy world seems very far away. Dogs have an extraordinary relationship with sleep. A healthy adult dog may spend roughly half of its day sleeping or resting, although the amount varies considerably depending on age, breed, activity level, and individual personality. Puppies generally need much more sleep than adult dogs because their growing bodies and developing brains require enormous amounts of rest. Senior dogs often sleep more as well. So when you see a dog sleeping peacefully for what seems like hours, it isn't necessarily being lazy. Rest is an important part of a dog's life. During sleep, the body gets an opportunity to recover, while the brain processes experiences from the day. And just like humans, dogs can experience different stages of sleep. During certain stages, their breathing may change. Their bodies may become deeply relaxed. And sometimes, if you watch carefully, you may notice tiny movements. A paw might twitch. The whiskers might move. The ears might flick. The eyes may shift beneath closed eyelids. And the dog may make a tiny sound, almost as though it is quietly participating in a dream. Scientists have found evidence that dogs experience REM sleep, the stage of sleep associated with dreaming in humans. We can't ask a dog exactly what it dreamed about, of course, but it is reasonable to imagine that the experiences of daily life may influence what happens inside a sleeping dog's mind. Perhaps a dog that spent the afternoon chasing a ball might dream of running. Perhaps one that went for a long walk might revisit familiar scents and places in some mysterious canine way. And perhaps a dog that spent the evening beside its favorite person simply dreams of being there again. We may never know, but the possibility is beautiful, and sleep is only the beginning. To understand dogs, we have to go much further back than the modern household. The story of the dog is deeply connected with the story of humanity itself. Dogs are members of the family Canidae, a group that includes wolves, foxes, coyotes, jackals, and several other species. But the domestic dog is special. Its scientific name is Canis lupus familiaris, reflecting its close evolutionary relationship with the gray wolf. Exactly how and when wolves became dogs remains an area of scientific investigation, but genetic and archaeological evidence tells us that the relationship is extremely ancient. Long before dog beds, leashes, bowls, squeaky toys, and cozy blankets existed, early humans and ancestral wolves were already sharing landscapes. Some wolves may have approached human camps looking for scraps. Humans may have tolerated certain individuals because they were less fearful or less aggressive. Over many generations, those relationships could have changed. Animals that were more comfortable around people had advantages, and humans, in turn, may have benefited from animals that could help with hunting, warn of danger, or consume food waste. Slowly, across enormous stretches of time, the relationship between humans and canids became something extraordinary. It became cooperation, and eventually, companionship. The modern dog is therefore not simply an animal that humans decided to keep as a pet. Dogs are the result of one of the longest and most fascinating relationships between humans and another species. Their bodies have changed dramatically through selective breeding. Today, dogs come in an astonishing variety of shapes and sizes. A Chihuahua can be small enough to rest comfortably in a person's arms. A Great Dane can stand remarkably tall. A Dachshund has an elongated body and short legs. A Greyhound has a body built for speed. A Saint Bernard can look enormous beside a much smaller companion. Yet despite these enormous differences, all domestic dogs belong to the same species. That means the variety we see around us is an extraordinary example of how selective breeding can shape the physical characteristics of an animal. People have bred dogs for specific jobs and traits for centuries. Some were developed to herd livestock. Some were bred to retrieve birds from water. Some were selected for tracking scents. Some were valued for guarding. Some were developed to control rodents. Some were bred for companionship, and some were selected for combinations of these qualities. The result is the remarkable diversity of dogs we know today. But underneath the different coats, body shapes, ears, and personalities, there remains a shared canine foundation. And one of the most impressive parts of that foundation is the nose. A dog's sense of smell is extraordinarily powerful. When a dog walks through a park, it isn't experiencing the environment exactly as we do. We might see trees, grass, people, buildings, and a path. A dog is encountering an enormous landscape of scent. Every passing animal, every person, every object, and countless invisible traces can contribute information. The world, in a sense, is written in smells, and dogs have an incredible ability to read it. Their noses contain vastly more scent receptors than ours. The exact number varies by breed and other factors, so there isn't one universal figure for every dog. But the difference between canine and human smell perception is enormous. A dog can detect concentrations of certain odors at levels far below what humans can perceive. This remarkable ability has made dogs invaluable working partners. They have been trained to track people. They can search for missing individuals. They can detect certain substances. Some are trained to identify changes associated with medical conditions. And specialized detection dogs can sometimes locate odors that seem almost impossible for us to imagine. When a dog lowers its nose toward the ground during a walk, it may appear to be doing something simple. But beneath that quiet movement is an extraordinarily sophisticated sensory process. The dog is collecting information. The scent tells a story. It can reveal that another animal passed by. It can reveal that someone recently walked along the path. It can reveal changes in the environment that our eyes simply cannot show us. This is one reason dogs may appear fascinated by ordinary places that seem completely uninteresting to humans. A patch of grass might look like nothing more than grass. To a dog, it could be a crowded message board filled with invisible information. And that helps explain something familiar. The walk that takes a human 20 minutes can sometimes take a dog much longer. The dog stops, sniffs, moves a few steps, sniffs again, looks around, returns to the same patch, then suddenly becomes fascinated by something several feet away. From the human perspective, this can seem like a distraction. From the dog's perspective, it may be exploration. For a dog, sniffing is not simply smelling. It is one of the primary ways of understanding the environment. So the next time a dog pauses during a walk, perhaps it is worth giving it a little time. There may be an entire invisible story unfolding beneath its nose. And dogs don't rely only on smell. Their hearing is also remarkably sensitive. A dog's ears can detect sounds at frequencies that are beyond the normal range of human hearing. This is one reason a dog may react to something that seems completely silent to us. Its ears may suddenly lift. Its head may turn. Its eyes may focus on a distant point. And we may look around the room and wonder what it heard. For the dog, however, there may be nothing mysterious about it. A faint sound has simply reached its ears. Different breeds also have very different ear shapes. Some dogs have ears that stand upright. Others have long, floppy ears. Some have ears that fold over. These differences are partly connected to genetics and selective breeding. But regardless of appearance, the canine ear is an impressive sensory structure. Dogs also use their ears as part of their communication. An alert dog may hold its ears differently from a relaxed dog. A nervous dog may pull its ears back. A curious dog may angle its ears toward a sound. So when a dog moves its ears, it isn't necessarily doing so randomly. The position of the ears can provide clues about what the animal is experiencing. Of course, no single body signal tells the whole story. A dog's posture, facial expression, tail position, movement, and surroundings all matter. This is why understanding dogs is less about memorizing one gesture and more about learning to observe the entire animal. A wagging tail, for example, doesn't simply mean happiness in every situation. Tail movement can be connected with excitement, arousal, uncertainty, friendliness, and many other emotional states. The meaning depends on context. A relaxed dog may wag differently from a tense dog. A playful dog may move its entire body. A nervous dog may hold its tail in a very different position. Dogs communicate through a rich combination of signals. They use sounds. They use posture. They use movement. They use facial expressions. They use scent. And they use physical contact. Sometimes communication between dogs can happen almost silently. Two dogs may approach one another, pause, observe, sniff, and adjust their movements based on tiny changes in posture. To human observers, the interaction may appear uneventful, but to the dogs, an enormous amount of information may be exchanged. This sensitivity to social signals is one reason dogs can become such successful companions to humans. Over thousands of years, dogs have become exceptionally good at paying attention to us. They watch our movements. They respond to our voices. They learn routines. They recognize familiar sounds. They notice patterns. A dog may know that the sound of keys means someone is preparing to leave. It may learn that a particular cupboard contains treats. It may recognize the sound of a leash being picked up. It may even learn the difference between ordinary household noises and the sounds associated with something important. This ability to learn patterns is one of the reasons dogs can appear to know what is about to happen. They aren't necessarily predicting the future. Instead, they may be recognizing a familiar sequence. Shoes, keys, coat, leash, door, walk. After experiencing that sequence many times, the dog can anticipate what comes next. And anticipation can be incredibly powerful. A dog may become excited before the walk has even begun. The simple appearance of a leash can change its entire posture. The eyes become brighter. The body becomes more animated. The tail begins to move. The dog knows something enjoyable is about to happen. Dogs can also form strong associations between places and experiences. A particular road may become associated with walks. A certain room may become associated with sleeping. A particular person may become associated with safety and affection. A sound may become associated with food. A smell may become associated with another animal. The canine brain is constantly connecting experiences, and this ability to form associations is one of the foundations of learning. Training a dog often works by taking advantage of these natural learning abilities. When a behavior is followed by something rewarding, the dog becomes more likely to repeat it. Over time, consistent training can create reliable patterns. This doesn't mean dogs understand language exactly as humans do, but they can become remarkably skilled at recognizing words, sounds, gestures, and routines. Some dogs can learn a large vocabulary of spoken cues. Others seem to become especially talented at recognizing the names of individual objects. Research into canine cognition has shown that some individual dogs possess remarkable abilities in this area. But even without an enormous vocabulary, an ordinary family dog can become surprisingly good at understanding its household. It learns who wakes up first, who feeds it, who likes to play, who leaves for work, who comes home late, which sounds are normal, which sounds are unusual, and perhaps most importantly, which people belong to its social world. Dogs are highly social animals. Their ancestors lived in social groups, and modern dogs retain many social behaviors. This doesn't mean every dog wants to interact with every other dog. Individual personalities differ enormously. Some dogs are outgoing. Some are cautious. Some are energetic. Some are relaxed. Some love meeting strangers. Others prefer familiar people. But social connection remains deeply important for many dogs. This is also why isolation can be difficult for some individuals. Dogs aren't simply creatures that happen to live in human homes. Many have developed a strong capacity for attachment. They can form bonds with people. They can become attached to routines. They can recognize familiar individuals. And they can show behaviors that suggest anticipation when a favorite person is about to return. Think about the familiar scene of a dog waiting near a door. Perhaps it heard a vehicle outside. Perhaps it recognizes footsteps. Perhaps it simply noticed that the usual time for someone to come home has arrived. Then the sound of the key, the handle moves, the door opens, and suddenly the quiet dog becomes a completely different creature. The tail moves, the body wiggles, the ears change position. The entire animal seems to say, without words, that something wonderful has happened. For many dogs, reunion is a big event, and there is something deeply comforting about that simplicity. A dog doesn't need an elaborate explanation. You were gone, now you're here, and that's enough. As we continue through the quiet world of dogs, we'll discover that their relationship with humans reaches far beyond companionship. Dogs have worked beside people in fields, forests, mountains, cities, oceans, and even in some of the most dangerous environments imaginable. They have helped humans hunt. They have guarded homes. They have herded animals. They have carried supplies. They have searched for survivors. They have assisted people with disabilities. They have worked alongside police officers, firefighters, soldiers, scientists, and rescue teams. And all of these remarkable abilities begin with something very simple. A dog paying attention to its world. A nose catching a scent. An ear detecting a sound. Eyes watching movement. A brain connecting one experience to another. And a social animal trying to understand the creatures around it. Perhaps that is one of the most fascinating things about dogs. They are simultaneously ancient and familiar. Their evolutionary history stretches back thousands upon thousands of years, yet their daily concerns can be wonderfully simple. A comfortable place to sleep, a familiar voice, a satisfying meal, a chance to explore, a little exercise, a little play, and, for many dogs, the reassuring presence of someone they trust. So as you settle deeper into the night, imagine that sleepy dog once again. Perhaps its paws are tucked beneath its body. Perhaps its head is resting against a blanket. Perhaps one ear occasionally lifts at a distant sound. The room is quiet. The breathing is slow. And somewhere inside that sleeping mind, another mysterious canine world may be unfolding. There are scents remembered, places explored, voices recognized, movements learned, and experiences quietly being processed. We don't know exactly what a dog experiences inside its dreams, but we do know that beneath the gentle rise and fall of its sleeping body is a remarkable brain belonging to an animal that has shared our world for an extraordinarily long time. And this is only the beginning. There are still hidden abilities inside the canine nose. There are mysteries inside the sleeping brain. There are fascinating stories written in the shape of ears, the movement of tails, the position of paws, and the sounds dogs make when they think nobody is listening. There are strange things about their bodies, beautiful things about their relationships, and surprising things about how they experience the world. So for now, let yourself become comfortable. You don't need to remember every detail. Let the information simply drift past you, like a quiet stream in the darkness. And as the night grows softer, we'll continue our journey into the wonderful, sleepy world of dogs. And now, as we continue our quiet journey into the world of dogs, let us slow everything down a little more. Imagine the gentle sound of breathing nearby. A dog is resting somewhere in the darkness, perhaps curled into a soft circle, perhaps stretched across a cool floor, perhaps tucked beneath a blanket with only its nose visible. There is something peaceful about watching a sleeping dog. During the day, dogs can seem wonderfully busy. They investigate. They follow scents. They watch birds. They listen to doors opening. They greet familiar people. They chase toys. They wander through the grass. And then, Almost without warning, all of that energy disappears. The head becomes heavy, the eyes close, the body settles, and the dog simply sleeps. But even this simple act contains fascinating biology. Dogs do not necessarily sleep in one long, uninterrupted period the way humans often try to. Instead, many dogs sleep in several periods throughout the day and night. Their sleeping patterns can be influenced by their age, environment, activity level, health, household routine, and individual personality. A puppy may sleep for much of the day. An older dog may also need extensive rest. A healthy adult dog may spend many hours sleeping, with additional time spent simply lying down and relaxing. That distinction is important. A dog can be awake without being active. Sometimes it is simply resting. Its eyes may be open. Its head may be lifted. Its ears may be listening. But the body is conserving energy. This ability to alternate between activity and rest makes sense for an animal whose ancestors needed to be ready for movement, but also needed plenty of recovery. And dogs are remarkably good at finding comfortable places to rest. A dog may choose a bed, a couch, a carpet, a patch of sunlight, a shaded corner, a cool bathroom floor, or, mysteriously, the exact spot where a human was hoping to sit. Comfort seems to be a very flexible concept in the canine world. Dogs also have an interesting relationship with temperature. Their bodies are covered in fur, but the thickness and structure of that fur varies dramatically between breeds. Some dogs have dense double coats that provide significant insulation. Others have short, fine coats. Some have coats adapted to colder environments. Others are better suited to warmer conditions. But regardless of coat type, dogs rely heavily on panting as one way of regulating body temperature. Unlike humans, who cool themselves efficiently through widespread sweating across the skin, dogs primarily use panting to help release heat. As a dog pants, air moves rapidly through the mouth and upper respiratory tract. Evaporation helps cool the body. This is one reason a dog may begin panting after running, playing, or spending time somewhere warm. But panting can also occur because of excitement, stress, or other causes, so context always matters. And while dogs can tolerate many environmental conditions, extreme heat can become dangerous. A resting dog may look completely peaceful, but its body is constantly managing temperature, hydration, energy, and countless other processes beneath the surface. The canine body is an impressive machine. Consider the heart. A dog's heart continuously pumps blood throughout the body, delivering oxygen and nutrients while carrying away waste products. Heart rate varies depending on the dog's size, age, activity, and emotional state. A tiny dog and a giant dog can have very different normal heart rates. And when a dog becomes excited, its heart may beat faster. When it settles down to sleep, the rhythm can slow. The same basic principles that keep our own bodies alive are operating quietly inside a sleeping dog. Breathing, circulation, digestion, brain activity, muscle repair, hormonal regulation, all continue through the night, and the nose never truly becomes irrelevant. Even while resting, a dog can respond to scents around it. This extraordinary sense of smell is connected to the structure of the canine nose and brain. When a dog breathes normally, air containing odor molecules enters the nasal passages. Specialized receptors detect chemical compounds. The brain then processes that information. But dogs have another fascinating ability. They can sometimes sample scents in a way that gives them more information than a simple human-style sniff. A dog may rapidly inhale and exhale while investigating an odor, creating airflow through the nasal passages. This helps deliver odor molecules to the sensory tissues. And the shape of a dog's nose and the way air exits through the nostrils can contribute to its ability to detect and track smells. That is why a dog's nose is far more than a simple breathing device. It is an extraordinarily sophisticated sensory instrument, and each nostril can provide useful directional information. Imagine walking into a kitchen and smelling something delicious. You know the food is somewhere nearby. A dog can do something similar, but with a much more detailed chemical map. The concentration of an odor can change across space. A dog can move its head and body while sampling the air. By comparing scent information from different positions, it can begin to determine where an odor may be coming from. This is one reason dogs sometimes zigzag while tracking. They are not necessarily wandering aimlessly. They may be sampling the scent landscape. The ground itself also contains an enormous amount of information. When a dog sniffs a tree, another dog may have left a scent there. When it sniffs a patch of grass, it may encounter traces from insects, animals, food, plants, soil, and countless other sources. The human eye sees a green surface. The canine nose may encounter a complicated archive. And scent can also carry information about identity. Dogs have individual odors. Humans do too. A dog may recognize a familiar person partly through their unique scent. This is one reason dogs can seem to know who has entered a room before that person has even spoken. A familiar scent can arrive before the familiar face appears. Dogs also have a specialized organ called the vomeronasal organ, sometimes associated with detecting chemical signals such as pheromones. Its exact role in domestic dogs is complex, but it is part of the larger chemical sensing system that makes canine perception so different from ours. And when a dog curls its nose toward another dog, it may be gathering information that humans simply cannot access. The famous greeting between dogs often begins with sniffing. To us, it can look almost comical. One dog approaches, the other investigates. They move around one another. They sniff. They pause. Then they continue walking. But scent can provide valuable social information. It may help dogs identify individuals and gather clues about what another animal has been doing. This is one reason dogs sometimes seem far more interested in another dog's backside than humans find polite. For dogs, it is simply information gathering. The canine world has a different etiquette, and dogs don't just smell other animals. They smell us. They can recognize familiar household odors. They can detect changes in objects. They can follow scent trails. And they can sometimes notice changes in human scent that are impossible for us to perceive. This extraordinary ability has inspired scientific research into dogs as medical detection animals. Some trained dogs can detect volatile compounds associated with particular biological states or diseases. Researchers continue to investigate exactly how reliable these abilities can be and how they might be used in controlled settings. But the fundamental capability is already clear. Dogs can detect chemical information that lies far beyond ordinary human perception. And that means the world experienced by a dog is chemically richer than the world experienced by us. A person walks into a room and sees a chair. A dog may smell who has recently sat there. A person sees an empty sidewalk. A dog may smell everyone who passed through it. A person sees a closed door. A dog may smell what lies on the other side. In this way, dogs live in a world that is partially invisible to us. And the same is true of sound. Dogs can hear frequencies outside the range of normal human hearing. Their ears can rotate and adjust, especially in breeds with highly mobile ears. This allows them to investigate sounds from different directions. A dog may suddenly raise its head during a quiet night because it has heard something distant. Maybe it is a small movement outside. Maybe an animal is passing by. Maybe a person is walking down the street. Maybe it is simply a sound that we cannot detect. The dog's ears become tiny radar dishes, searching the environment. And dogs can learn to recognize specific sounds. The sound of a refrigerator opening, the sound of a food container, the sound of a particular vehicle, the sound of a favorite person's footsteps, the sound of a leash, the sound of a door, the sound of a treat bag. Humans do this too, but dogs often seem especially attentive to routine sounds. A dog can learn that certain noises predict certain events. The refrigerator means food. The keys may mean someone is leaving. The leash means a walk. The opening of the front door may mean a reunion. Over time, these associations become incredibly strong. And this brings us to one of the most interesting aspects of canine intelligence. Dogs are excellent at learning through association. A dog doesn't need to understand a human explanation to learn that one event predicts another. If a particular sound repeatedly occurs before dinner, the sound itself can eventually make the dog excited. If a particular location repeatedly leads to something enjoyable, the dog may become excited when approaching that location. If a particular word consistently precedes a behavior and reward, the dog can learn the meaning of that cue within its training context. This is why consistency is so important when communicating with dogs. If a word means something different every time it is used, the dog has a harder time identifying the pattern. But when the same cue reliably predicts the same outcome, learning becomes much easier. Dogs can also learn from body language. A human may point toward an object. A dog may follow the direction. A person may turn toward the door. The dog may look toward the door. A person may prepare a leash. The dog understands the routine. These abilities have made dogs remarkably compatible with human environments. They are constantly watching us. Sometimes we forget just how much information we provide without speaking. Our posture changes. Our voices change. Our movements change. Our facial expressions change. Dogs can pay attention to these signals. They may distinguish between an excited voice and a calm voice. They may respond differently when a person moves quickly compared with moving slowly. They can learn household routines without being explicitly taught them. A dog might know when the family usually wakes up. It might know when the evening walk normally happens. It might know which person tends to feed it. It might even begin waiting near the door around the time someone normally comes home. This can create the impression that dogs understand time in the same way humans do. They probably do not experience clocks and calendars as we do, but they can become highly sensitive to regular patterns. Daily routines provide predictable signals. Light changes, sounds occur, people move around, meals happen, walks happen, the household becomes active and then quiet. A dog can learn these rhythms, and this predictability can be comforting. Dogs often thrive when they understand what to expect. A predictable routine can reduce uncertainty. This doesn't mean every dog needs an identical schedule. Individual dogs are different, but many benefit from consistent patterns of feeding, exercise, rest, training, and social interaction. There is something reassuring about knowing what comes next. Humans feel it too. And perhaps dogs experience their own version of that comfort. Now consider the remarkable diversity of canine personalities. People sometimes talk about breeds as though each breed has one fixed personality. But real dogs are much more complicated. Genetics matter. Breed tendencies matter. Early experiences matter. Socialization matters. Training matters. Environment matters. And individual temperament matters enormously. Two dogs from the same litter can behave very differently. One may confidently approach new people. Another may prefer to observe from a distance. One may chase every moving object. Another may barely notice. One may love water. Another may avoid puddles as though they were mysterious lakes. One may sleep through almost anything. Another may wake at the smallest sound. This individuality is part of what makes living with dogs so interesting. We don't simply live with a dog. We live with an individual animal, a particular personality, a particular collection of habits, a particular way of expressing excitement, curiosity, uncertainty, and affection. And dogs can develop preferences. Some have favorite toys. Some have favorite sleeping spots. Some prefer particular types of food. Some enjoy certain people more than others. Some love car rides. Some become nervous in vehicles. Some adore swimming. Some treat water as an enemy. Some love being touched. Others prefer space. Understanding these differences is an important part of caring for a dog. A dog's behavior is communication. When a dog moves away, it may be asking for distance. When it approaches, it may be seeking interaction. When it yawns, the meaning depends on context. When it licks its lips, there can be many possible reasons. When it turns its head away, it may be communicating discomfort or simply responding to something nearby. This is why canine body language should be interpreted as a whole rather than through one isolated gesture. Dogs are constantly giving us information. We simply need to learn how to observe. Their eyes are part of that communication too. Dogs don't see the world exactly as humans do. Their visual system has evolved for a different lifestyle. They can detect movement very effectively. Their color vision is different from ours. Dogs are often described as seeing a world that is largely based around blues and yellows, with less ability to distinguish reds and greens compared with humans. So a bright red toy that looks extremely obvious to us may not appear nearly as visually distinct to a dog. But dogs have other strengths. Their ability to detect movement can be excellent. Their eyes are adapted in ways that can help them function in lower light conditions. And their vision works together with their extraordinary sense of smell and hearing. A dog doesn't experience the environment through one sense at a time. Its senses work together. A rustling sound, a moving shape, a faint scent, a familiar voice. All of these pieces can combine into one understanding of the environment. Imagine a dog walking through a backyard at dusk. Its eyes detect movement near the fence. Its ears pick up a faint rustle. Its nose catches a scent. The dog pauses. Its body becomes still. Then it moves toward the source. To a human observer, it might simply look like the dog noticed something. But internally, several sensory systems may have contributed to that decision. This integration of information is one reason dogs can seem so alert. Even while lying peacefully on the floor, they may remain aware of their surroundings. And sometimes the transition from deep relaxation to full alertness can happen in seconds. A sleeping dog can suddenly lift its head. The ears rise. The eyes open. The nose begins working. For a moment, the peaceful sleeper becomes an attentive observer. Then, if nothing important is detected, the head slowly returns to the blanket. Back to sleep. Back to quiet. Back to dreams. There is something almost poetic about that rhythm. Awareness. Rest. Awareness. Rest. A dog can spend the night moving gently between these states. And perhaps that is a useful reminder for us as well. The world does not always need our attention. Sometimes it is enough to be comfortable, to breathe, to rest, to let the mind become quiet. So as this part of our journey continues, imagine the dog beside you settling once again. The room is dim. The sounds outside are distant. The dog's breathing is soft. Its body is warm. Its ears occasionally move. And beneath those closed eyelids, the brain continues its quiet work. The day's experiences are not simply disappearing. They are becoming part of memory. The smell of a familiar place, the sound of a favorite person's voice, the excitement of a walk, the sensation of grass beneath the paws, the taste of a meal, the comfort of returning home. All of these experiences form part of the dog's lived world. And tomorrow, the dog may wake and begin collecting new experiences all over again. A new scent, a new sound, a new path, a familiar face, a favorite toy. Another ordinary day that, from the dog's perspective, is filled with an enormous amount of information. Because perhaps that is one of the greatest lessons dogs quietly offer us. The ordinary world is not necessarily ordinary. A patch of grass can contain a story. A familiar doorway can hold anticipation. A human voice can signal safety. A walk can become an exploration. A blanket can become a place of complete comfort. And sleep can become a quiet bridge between everything that happened today and everything that tomorrow may bring. So let your own thoughts become a little quieter now. You don't need to follow every sentence. You don't need to remember every detail. Let the words pass gently by. And somewhere in the peaceful darkness, imagine a dog breathing slowly in its sleep. Its paws are still. Its body is relaxed. The busy world has become distant. For this moment, there is nowhere to go. Nothing to chase. Nothing to solve. Only rest. And when morning eventually arrives, those familiar ears will rise again. The nose will begin exploring. The eyes will open. And another day in the remarkable life of a dog will begin. If you're listening late at night, let yourself become comfortable. There is no need to concentrate too hard. You can simply allow the story to move gently from one thought to another, while we explore more of the remarkable things that make dogs such fascinating companions. So, somewhere in the darkness, imagine a dog resting peacefully. Perhaps it is curled into a small circle. Perhaps its legs are stretched toward the warmth of a nearby blanket. Perhaps its chin is resting on a soft cushion, with one ear slightly folded beneath its head. The dog may look completely peaceful, but even in this quiet moment, its body is performing countless delicate processes. And one of the most interesting parts of a dog's body is something we often overlook: the paws. A dog's paws are wonderfully specialized structures. The pads provide cushioning and help protect the feet from rough surfaces. They also provide traction when the dog runs, walks, turns, or stops. Each paw pad contains layers of specialized tissue that help absorb some of the forces produced when the dog moves. And dogs don't walk on their entire foot in the same way humans do. They are digitigrade animals, which means they walk primarily on their toes. Their heel is raised off the ground. This contributes to the distinctive appearance of a dog's legs and helps create an efficient structure for movement. If you watch a dog walking slowly, you can see the paws placing one after another. But when a dog begins running, everything changes. The stride lengthens. The body becomes more aerodynamic. The muscles contract rapidly. The spine contributes to movement. And the paws strike the ground in carefully coordinated patterns. Some dogs are built for endurance. Some are built for speed. Some are built for strength. Some are designed for digging. Some have paws adapted for snow. Some have webbing between their toes that can help them move through water. The diversity is extraordinary. And yet every dog's paw carries evidence of its evolutionary history. Even the claws tell a story. Dog claws are not simply decorative. They help with traction and can assist with digging and interacting with the environment. Dogs that naturally spend more time on hard surfaces may wear their nails down more than dogs that spend most of their time on soft ground. That is why regular nail care can be important for domestic dogs. Overgrown nails can interfere with comfortable movement. They can alter the way a dog places its feet, and in some cases, they can become uncomfortable or painful. The simple act of walking, therefore, depends on an intricate relationship between bones, muscles, tendons, joints, nerves, claws, and pads. A dog may cross a room without appearing to think about any of it, but its body is performing a beautifully coordinated sequence of movements. And then there is the tail. A dog's tail is an extension of the spine, containing vertebrae, muscles, nerves, and connective tissues. It can help with balance. It can assist during movement. And, perhaps most famously, it plays a role in communication. When a dog moves its tail, it is not necessarily sending one universal message. The position, speed, direction, and overall movement matter. A relaxed dog may hold its tail naturally. An excited dog may wag it energetically. A nervous dog may hold it lower. A dog that is highly alert may carry it differently again. The rest of the body provides essential context. This is why simply saying that a wagging tail always means happiness is too simplistic. Dogs have a much richer emotional vocabulary than that, and their communication extends to the face. A dog's facial muscles can produce a surprising range of expressions. The shape of the mouth can change. The ears move. The eyes change. The eyebrows can shift. The head tilts. And sometimes the entire body participates in the expression. That famous head tilt is particularly charming. A dog may tilt its head when hearing an unfamiliar or interesting sound. Scientists have investigated why dogs do this, and there may be several possible explanations. It may help them gather information about a sound. It may help them orient their ears. It may also be connected with attention and learned responses. Some dogs appear to tilt their heads more frequently when they hear familiar words or interesting sounds. Whatever the precise explanation in a particular situation, the behavior shows how actively dogs investigate their environment. They are not passive listeners. They are trying to understand. And understanding is central to canine life. Dogs learn continuously. A puppy enters the world knowing relatively little about the human environment. Suddenly there are floors, doors, stairs, appliances, cars, voices, collars, leashes, toys, smells, sounds, and countless unfamiliar objects. Through experience, the puppy gradually learns what these things mean. Some sounds predict food. Some predict play. Some predict danger. Some predict a walk. Some predict sleep. Learning helps turn a confusing environment into a predictable one. This is why early experiences can matter so much. A puppy that safely encounters a variety of people, environments, surfaces, sounds, and experiences can develop confidence. But experiences need to be appropriate and positive. Too much intensity too quickly can be overwhelming. Dogs are individuals, and each one has a different threshold for novelty. Some puppies confidently explore everything. Others need more time. A gentle approach can allow the dog to investigate the world at its own pace. And dogs are remarkably capable of remembering associations. A particular place can become meaningful. A particular sound can trigger excitement. A particular person can produce immediate comfort. A particular object can become deeply familiar. This helps explain why dogs sometimes become emotionally attached to toys. To us, a stuffed animal may look like a simple object. To a dog, it may be associated with play, attention, comfort, chewing, and countless experiences. Some dogs carry the same toy around for years. They may sleep beside it. They may bring it to their humans. They may become visibly excited when it appears. And occasionally, a dog may develop an especially strong attachment to one particular toy. Perhaps it has a unique smell. Perhaps it is soft. Perhaps it was present during a memorable period. Or perhaps the dog simply likes it. Dogs don't need to explain their preferences. They simply have them. And sometimes their preferences can be wonderfully strange. One dog may prefer a worn-out toy with half its stuffing missing. Another may ignore expensive toys and become fascinated by a cardboard box. Another may love a particular blanket. Another may insist on sleeping in exactly one location. These little habits can become part of the personality of the individual dog. And over time, humans begin recognizing them. We know which toy is special. We know which treat gets the strongest reaction. We know which sound means the dog wants to go outside. We know which sleeping position usually appears when the dog is completely comfortable. This is part of the relationship between humans and dogs. Communication develops through repetition. A dog learns our routines. We learn its signals. And gradually, two different species begin sharing a common household language. Not a language made entirely from words. A language made from patterns, sounds, movements, routines, gestures, expressions, scent, and trust. Trust is especially important. A dog that feels safe can often relax more deeply. It may sleep in vulnerable positions. It may stretch out on its side. It may expose its belly. It may close its eyes while resting near a person. These behaviors can indicate comfort, although individual dogs differ. A dog does not need to remain alert every second when it feels secure. It can finally let its muscles relax. This is one reason a peaceful sleeping dog can be such a beautiful sight. Sleep requires a certain level of safety. The animal is temporarily reducing its awareness. And the ability to sleep deeply in a particular environment suggests that the environment has become familiar enough for rest. Of course, dogs can sleep lightly too. Their ears may respond to noises. They may lift their heads. They may reposition themselves. But when a dog is truly comfortable, its body can become wonderfully loose. The paws relax. The jaw softens. The breathing becomes steady. And sometimes the legs twitch. Those little movements bring us back to dreams. Dogs can enter REM sleep, and during this stage, some dogs display movements that resemble running. A paw may move. The face may twitch. The lips may shift. A tiny bark or whimper may escape. It can be tempting to wake the dog because the movements look unusual. But generally, a sleeping dog should be allowed to rest. The phrase, "let sleeping dogs lie," has existed for centuries, and there is practical wisdom in it. A sleeping animal can be startled if awakened suddenly. Even a gentle dog may react reflexively when disturbed from deep sleep. So if a dog is peacefully dreaming, the kindest thing is often simply to let the dream continue. Perhaps it is chasing something. Perhaps it is exploring. Perhaps it is reliving a walk. Perhaps it is simply experiencing the mysterious internal activity of sleep. We cannot know, and perhaps not knowing makes it even more beautiful. Dogs also experience different sleep needs at different stages of life. Puppies need substantial sleep because growth is demanding. Their brains are developing rapidly. Their bodies are changing. They spend enormous amounts of energy learning. A puppy may play intensely for a few minutes, and then suddenly collapse into sleep. It can almost seem like someone turned off a switch. One moment, chaos. The next, complete silence. This is perfectly familiar to anyone who has watched a young puppy. Puppies explore with their mouths. They investigate with their noses. They chase movement. They learn social boundaries. They practice coordination. They experience new sights and sounds. All of that requires energy. Sleep provides an important opportunity for recovery and development. As dogs grow into adulthood, their sleep patterns usually change. Adult dogs still need substantial rest, but their energy levels and schedules may become more stable. Senior dogs may sleep more again. Their bodies can require additional recovery time. They may become less interested in prolonged activity. They may prefer several shorter periods of movement followed by rest. This variation across life stages is one reason there is no single perfect sleep schedule for every dog. A tiny puppy and an elderly Great Dane should not be expected to behave the same way. Their bodies are at very different points in life, and breed can influence behavior as well. Some breeds have been selected for high levels of activity. Others tend to be calmer. Some were bred for long periods of work. Others were bred primarily for companionship. But breed is never the entire story. Individual dogs remain individuals. Now, let's return to the incredible canine nose. There is another reason dogs sometimes seem almost obsessed with sniffing. Smell can be closely connected to memory. In humans, certain smells can suddenly remind us of childhood, a particular place, or a person. The same broad connection between scent and memory exists in dogs. A smell can become associated with an experience. Later, encountering that smell can trigger recognition. This may help explain why dogs can react strongly to familiar scents even after time has passed. Imagine a dog encountering the smell of someone it knows. The person isn't visible, but the scent is familiar. The dog's nose has detected something meaningful. For us, this might be like hearing a familiar voice from another room. For the dog, smell can carry a comparable sense of recognition. This is one reason scent can be so emotionally important. A dog's sense of smell is not just a tool for finding food. It is part of how the animal remembers and understands its environment. And dogs don't just follow scents. They can distinguish between different smells. With training, some dogs can learn to identify extremely specific target odors. Detection dogs have been trained to locate explosives, narcotics, human remains, wildlife, agricultural pests, and many other targets. Their ability is based on the same fundamental sensory system that makes a pet dog stop for 5 minutes to inspect a single patch of grass. The difference is training and selection. A household dog might use its nose to discover where another dog has walked. A professionally trained detection dog may use that same biological ability to locate something hidden beneath layers of material. The underlying sense is astonishing, and the canine brain is equally fascinating. Dogs possess a brain adapted to their sensory and social world. Their brains process smells, sounds, movement, spatial information, and social signals. They can learn through reinforcement. They can form associations. They can solve certain problems. And they can adapt their behavior based on experience. Different dogs excel at different kinds of tasks. Some are exceptionally motivated by food. Some are strongly motivated by play. Some are highly attentive to human interaction. Some are natural problem solvers. Some are persistent. Some are easily distracted. These differences can influence how effectively a dog learns particular behaviors. Training is therefore not simply about telling a dog what to do. It is also about understanding what motivates that individual. For one dog, a small food reward may be extremely valuable. For another, a favorite toy may be more exciting. For another, praise and attention may be powerful. Good training works with the dog's natural learning system rather than against it. And positive reinforcement can help strengthen desired behaviors by making them worthwhile. This principle is not unique to dogs. Learning through consequences is fundamental across many animals. But dogs are especially compatible with this approach because they have spent so much time living alongside humans. They are highly attentive to us. They can notice patterns in our behavior. They can learn that certain actions lead to certain outcomes. And they can repeat successful behaviors. This can create a remarkable feedback loop. The dog does something. The human responds. The dog learns from the response. The human learns from the dog's behavior. Over time, both sides adapt. It is almost like a conversation. Only much of the conversation happens without words. And perhaps this is why dogs can sometimes seem to understand us better than we expect. They are watching. They are listening. They are smelling. They are remembering. They are comparing what is happening now with what happened before. Their world is full of patterns. And humans are one of the most important patterns in it. A dog may learn the sound of one person's footsteps. It may know that another person tends to move more quickly. It may recognize someone's voice from far away. It may identify a familiar person by scent. It may understand the difference between an invitation to play and a request to settle down. And all of this happens without the dog needing to speak a human language. Dogs have their own communication system. Barking is only one part of it. Whining can serve different functions. Growling can communicate discomfort, warning, or other emotional states. Whimpering can appear in many contexts. Playful vocalizations can sound different from defensive ones. The meaning depends heavily on the situation. A bark from a dog excited to see its owner is not necessarily the same as a bark from a dog that has detected a stranger outside. A growl should not automatically be treated as bad behavior. It can be an important warning signal. The dog may be saying that it is uncomfortable. Punishing a warning signal without addressing the underlying discomfort can remove an important piece of communication without solving the problem. Understanding what the dog is trying to communicate is much more useful. This is one reason patience matters so much when living with animals. We share our homes with a different species. The dog does not experience the world exactly as we do. Its priorities are different. Its senses are different. Its communication system is different. Its memories are different. And yet, somehow, we manage to understand one another. That is the extraordinary part. Two species with very different evolutionary histories can form deep social bonds. A human sits quietly. A dog lies nearby. Nothing dramatic happens. No commands. No tricks. No games. Just companionship. And sometimes that is enough. Perhaps that is why dogs have become such beloved members of human households. They don't always need entertainment. They can simply be present. A dog resting beside someone while they read. A dog sleeping beneath a desk while someone works. A dog curled up near the couch during a quiet evening. A dog lying at the foot of the bed. These moments can seem completely ordinary. But when we step back, they are extraordinary. A wild ancestor of the modern dog once lived a very different life. And now its descendants can sleep peacefully beside human beings, trusting them enough to close their eyes. The transformation is remarkable, and the relationship continues to evolve. Modern dogs live in cities, suburbs, farms, apartments, houses, shelters, and countless other environments. They have adapted to an enormous variety of human lifestyles. Some live in quiet rural homes. Some navigate crowded urban neighborhoods. Some accompany people on long hikes. Some spend most of their time indoors. Some work every day. Others spend much of their lives sleeping on couches. And despite these differences, they remain deeply connected to their basic canine needs: movement, exploration, social connection, rest, mental stimulation, safety, food, water, and opportunities to behave like dogs. A dog needs more than simply a comfortable place to sleep. Its mind also needs engagement: sniffing, exploring, learning, playing, solving simple problems, interacting appropriately with others. These experiences can enrich a dog's life. And perhaps one of the easiest forms of enrichment is something dogs already love: sniffing. A slow walk where a dog is allowed to investigate smells can provide mental stimulation even when the distance traveled is not enormous. To us, it might seem like the dog is doing very little, but the dog's nose is working constantly. It is reading the environment. It is collecting information. It is deciding what matters. A slow sniffing walk can therefore be mentally tiring in a way that running around a yard is not always. The body and brain both need stimulation. And after enough exploration, many dogs are perfectly happy to return home, drink some water, eat a meal, and find a comfortable place to sleep. The cycle begins again. Explore, eat, interact, rest, dream, wake, explore again. It is a simple rhythm, but inside that rhythm is an incredibly complicated animal, a creature with remarkable sensory abilities, a flexible brain, a sophisticated social system, a body built for movement, and a history deeply intertwined with our own. So tonight, as you listen, perhaps imagine a dog finishing a long walk. Its paws have carried it over grass and pavement. Its nose has collected hundreds of invisible stories. Its ears have detected sounds from far away. Its eyes have watched movement around it. Its brain has processed a constant stream of information. And now it is home. The excitement begins to fade. The body becomes still. The dog finds its favorite place. It turns around once, perhaps twice, then settles. The head lowers. The eyes become heavy. One final little adjustment, and then stillness. The world becomes quiet. The dog's breathing slows, and all the complicated sensory machinery of the day can finally rest. Perhaps there is no better symbol of comfort than that. A dog that feels safe enough to sleep. A home that has become familiar. A person nearby. A quiet room. And nothing urgent waiting to be solved. As you relax, you can let that image stay with you. A sleeping dog. Warm. Peaceful. Unhurried. The paws are still. The ears are relaxed. The breathing is soft. And somewhere behind those closed eyes, the mysterious world of dreams may be unfolding again. We have only wandered through part of the canine story. There is still much more to discover. The strange ways dogs use their whiskers, the remarkable structure of their teeth, the mysteries of their memory, the ways they recognize people, the extraordinary jobs they perform, the surprising history of different breeds, the science behind their attachment to humans, and the many quiet behaviors that we see every day without realizing how much they reveal. So let the night continue gently. There is no need to rush. The world of dogs is large enough to explore slowly. And for now, the most important thing is simply to rest. Breathe slowly. Let your thoughts soften. And imagine that peaceful dog sleeping somewhere nearby. Perhaps tomorrow it will wake with endless curiosity. But tonight, it is simply dreaming. And now, as the night becomes even quieter, we continue our gentle journey into the remarkable world of dogs. If you're already comfortable, let yourself sink a little deeper into whatever you're resting on. There is nothing you need to memorize, nothing you need to accomplish. You can simply listen. Tonight, we're taking our time, because dogs are creatures worth exploring slowly. Their world is filled with tiny details that are easy to overlook. A movement of an ear, a twitch of a nose, a paw placed carefully on the ground, a quiet sigh before sleep, a tail moving gently from side to side, a dog looking toward a familiar person without making a sound. These small moments may seem ordinary, but each one is part of an extraordinary biological and social story. And perhaps nowhere is that story more beautiful than in the relationship between dogs and humans. For thousands of years, dogs have learned to live alongside us. And in that long relationship, something remarkable happened. Dogs became extraordinarily attentive to human behavior. They can learn to follow gestures. They can respond to pointing. They can pay attention to the direction of our gaze. They can learn the tone associated with different situations. They can recognize familiar voices. And they can become highly sensitive to household routines. A dog may notice when its favorite person begins preparing for work. It may recognize the sound of a coffee machine. It may hear a particular alarm. It may notice a change in clothing. It may see a lunch bag being picked up. None of these objects necessarily means anything by itself, but together they form a pattern, and dogs are excellent pattern learners. This ability helps them predict what is likely to happen next. A leash appears. A walk may follow. A food bowl appears. A meal may follow. A particular blanket is placed down. Perhaps bedtime is approaching. The dog learns. And eventually, the sequence becomes almost automatic. This is one reason dogs can appear to know the time. They may not understand clocks in the human sense, but they can become remarkably familiar with daily rhythms. Morning arrives. The house becomes active. Breakfast happens. People leave. The dog rests. Afternoon arrives. Someone returns. The household becomes active again. Evening arrives. The lights become softer. Dinner happens. The dog settles down. Repeated day after day, these patterns become predictable. And predictability can be comforting. Dogs often appreciate knowing what comes next. This doesn't mean that every dog needs a rigid schedule. Some dogs adapt easily to changes. Others are more sensitive to disruptions. But routines can provide a sense of stability. And stability is especially valuable for animals that live in environments created by humans. A human home contains countless strange things from a dog's perspective. Machines that make noises, doors that open and close, lights that turn on and off, objects that move, cars that travel at incredible speeds, elevators, escalators, televisions, vacuum cleaners, phones, and thousands of unfamiliar scents. Dogs have to learn which things matter and which things can be ignored. A vacuum cleaner might be frightening to one dog and completely uninteresting to another. A thunderstorm may cause anxiety in one dog while another sleeps through it. Fireworks can be overwhelming for some dogs because of their sudden, loud, unpredictable sounds. This difference reminds us that dogs do not all experience the world in exactly the same way. Individual sensitivity matters. Their genetics matter. Their past experiences matter. And their environment matters. A calm and predictable introduction to new experiences can help a dog develop confidence. A frightening experience can sometimes create a lasting association. This is another example of the power of memory. Dogs may not remember events exactly as humans narrate them, but they can remember associations and emotional significance. A place where something pleasant happened may become exciting. A place where something frightening happened may become stressful. A particular sound may cause anticipation. A particular smell may trigger recognition. Memory allows experience to shape future behavior, and dogs can be surprisingly good at remembering people. A dog may recognize someone it hasn't seen for a long time. It may respond to their voice. It may react to their scent. It may show excitement when that familiar person returns. The exact mechanisms of canine recognition are complex, but dogs clearly possess strong abilities for distinguishing familiar individuals. Their senses work together to create recognition. A face, a voice, a scent, a movement pattern, a routine. A dog may know all of these, and perhaps the most powerful of them all is scent. Imagine that a person leaves the house. The door closes. The person is gone, but traces of their scent remain. On clothing, on furniture, in rooms, on objects. For a dog, absence may not mean complete sensory disappearance. The environment still contains traces. This is one reason dogs can seem so deeply interested in the belongings of familiar people. A shirt worn by someone can carry their scent. A blanket can carry the smell of home. A pillow can contain familiar chemical signals. To a dog, these aren't simply objects. They can carry information about someone important, and this may contribute to comfort. A familiar scent can be reassuring. Dogs also use scent to understand other dogs. When one dog encounters another, it may learn things about the other animal through smell. Age, sex, individual identity, and physiological information can all be associated with scent cues. The dog's nose is effectively gathering a chemical biography. And the strange thing is that humans are surrounded by similar information without consciously noticing it. Every person has a scent. Every household has a scent. Every park has a scent. Every dog has a scent. We simply lack the sensory ability to perceive most of it. The canine world is therefore partly invisible to us. This difference becomes especially clear when dogs track. Tracking is not merely following a smell from point A to point B. A trained tracking dog can learn to identify and follow specific scent trails across complex environments. Wind can carry odors. Rain can change them. Surfaces can hold traces. Other smells can interfere. Yet dogs can sometimes navigate these challenges with extraordinary skill. Search and rescue dogs have used these abilities to help locate missing people. They can work in forests. They can search buildings. They can move through disaster areas. They can investigate large outdoor spaces. Their ability to locate human scent can make them invaluable in situations where technology alone may not be enough. And these dogs don't simply possess an unusually powerful nose. Training matters enormously. The dog must learn what odor to search for. It must learn how to communicate a detection. It must learn to remain focused. It must learn to work around distractions. And it must often work cooperatively with a human handler. This cooperation brings us back to one of the most important characteristics of dogs: their ability to work with people. Humans and dogs have developed a remarkable partnership, partly because dogs can learn from human cues and because many dogs are motivated to interact with us. A working dog isn't simply performing a task in isolation. It is often participating in a relationship. The handler gives information. The dog investigates. The dog provides a response. The handler interprets it. Together, they accomplish something neither could do as effectively alone. This partnership can be seen in many forms. Guide dogs help people navigate environments. Hearing dogs can alert people to important sounds. Mobility assistance dogs can help with certain physical tasks. Detection dogs can locate specific scents. Search and rescue dogs can locate people. Therapy dogs can participate in structured settings where their calm presence may provide comfort. The roles are different, but the underlying principle is similar. A dog uses its natural abilities within a carefully developed relationship with humans. And dogs can be trained to perform surprisingly complex sequences of behaviors. They can learn to retrieve objects, open certain doors, turn lights on or off with specially designed equipment, locate particular items, respond to alarms, follow routes, perform search patterns, and distinguish between different cues. Training transforms natural canine abilities into practical skills. But there is something fascinating about the way dogs learn. They don't necessarily need to understand the human reason behind a task. A dog may learn that touching a particular object produces a reward. It may learn that finding a specific scent leads to praise. It may learn that lying quietly in a certain situation is rewarded. The dog doesn't need a philosophical explanation. It simply learns relationships between actions and consequences. This is one of the foundations of behavioral learning, and it can happen surprisingly quickly when training is clear and consistent. Dogs also learn by observing. A dog may watch another dog perform a behavior. Sometimes social learning can influence what a dog does. But dogs are not simply copies of one another. They still have individual motivations. A confident dog may investigate something that another dog avoids. A food-motivated dog may solve a puzzle differently from a toy-motivated dog. And some dogs are extraordinarily persistent. Give a determined dog a puzzle involving food, and it may spend a surprising amount of time trying to solve it. This persistence can be both adorable and inconvenient. A dog that discovers how to open a cupboard may remember that skill. A dog that learns where treats are stored may begin watching that location. A dog that discovers that barking causes a person to respond may repeat the behavior. Dogs are constantly learning what works. This means humans are also part of the training environment, whether we realize it or not. Every time we respond to a dog's behavior, we may influence what happens next. If a behavior consistently produces attention, it can become stronger. If another behavior produces nothing interesting, it may become less frequent. This doesn't mean dogs are manipulating humans in some sinister way. They are simply learning. And learning is happening all the time. Now, let us move towards something softer. The way dogs show affection. Dogs do not all express affection in the same way. Some like to sit close. Some lean their bodies against their humans. Some bring toys. Some follow people from room to room. Some rest their heads on someone's lap. Some gently lick. Some simply lie nearby. Others may be affectionate, but prefer not to be touched constantly. Understanding the individual dog matters. Affection is not a single behavior. It is a relationship. And one of the most touching behaviors is proximity. A dog may choose to sleep near a person even when there is plenty of space elsewhere. It may place itself at the foot of the bed. It may curl up beside the couch. It may rest near a person's desk. Why? For many dogs, being near a trusted person is rewarding. Social animals often value proximity to their group. The human household becomes the dog's social environment, and being near familiar people can provide comfort. This is especially noticeable at night. The house becomes quiet. The lights disappear. Human activity decreases, and the dog may choose a sleeping location close to someone it trusts. The room becomes still. The dog relaxes, and eventually, sleep arrives. There is something ancient about this. Social animals often rest together. Being near others can provide safety. A sleeping animal is vulnerable. A group can provide protection. Domestic dogs may not need to worry about predators in the same way their wild ancestors did, but some of those social instincts remain. This may be one reason dogs sometimes prefer to sleep near their humans. Of course, sleeping preferences vary enormously. Some dogs want their own bed. Some prefer the floor. Some like a crate. Some choose a cool surface. Some prefer a warm blanket. And some seem determined to occupy the most inconvenient possible location in the entire house. A dog may have an enormous bed and still choose the smallest corner of a couch. It may have a soft blanket and decide the hardwood floor is better. It may have several toys and prefer one that is almost completely destroyed. Dogs can be mysterious creatures, and perhaps that mystery is part of their charm. Let's think about their teeth for a moment. Dogs are mammals with teeth adapted to their evolutionary history as members of the carnivorous group. Their teeth include incisors, canines, premolars, and molars. Each type has a different structure and function. The front teeth can help with grasping and grooming. The canine teeth are long and pointed. The premolars and molars help process food. Puppies have temporary deciduous teeth. As they grow, those baby teeth are replaced by permanent adult teeth. This transition can be uncomfortable for puppies. It also helps explain why young dogs often seem obsessed with chewing. Chewing is a natural behavior. It provides exploration. It can help during teething. It can be enjoyable, and it gives the jaw something to do. But domestic environments contain many objects that aren't safe for chewing. So providing appropriate chew items can be important. A dog's mouth is an important part of how it interacts with the world. Dogs explore with their mouths in ways humans generally do not. A puppy may pick up an object, carry it, drop it, chew it, and pick it up again. The mouth becomes another sensory tool. Taste and smell work together. And because dogs possess such an extraordinary sense of smell, the flavor of food is likely only one part of the sensory experience. Smell contributes heavily to what we perceive as taste, and dogs are no different in that broad sense. This helps explain why food can be such a powerful motivator. The scent of something delicious can transform a sleepy dog into an alert one almost instantly. A cupboard opens. A bag rustles. The nose lifts. The ears move. The dog appears. It is almost magical. And dogs can have preferences for textures as well. Some prefer crunchy food. Some prefer softer textures. Some love frozen treats. Others dislike cold things. Again, individual personality appears everywhere. Even something as simple as drinking water can reveal preferences. Some dogs happily drink from a bowl. Some seem fascinated by fountains. Some prefer running water. Others will happily drink from a puddle despite having perfectly clean water available nearby. Dogs don't always make the choices humans expect, but those choices are part of their individuality. Their digestive systems are also adapted to a flexible omnivorous diet. Modern dogs can digest and utilize nutrients from a wide variety of foods, although not every human food is safe or appropriate for them. Their nutritional needs are specific. A balanced diet provides the nutrients required for healthy bones, muscles, organs, skin, and coat. And food is more than energy. It can become part of routine. Breakfast, dinner, treats, training rewards, celebrations. A dog can quickly learn the household's food rituals. The sound of a bowl, the opening of a container, the movement toward the kitchen, all can become signals. And then there is water. Hydration is essential. A dog's body depends on water for countless physiological processes. Water supports circulation, temperature regulation, digestion, cellular function, waste removal, and much more. After exercise, a dog may drink more. On hot days, water becomes especially important. And during rest, the body continues quietly using and regulating fluids. Even while asleep, the dog's body never truly stops working. The heart continues beating. The lungs continue exchanging gases. The kidneys continue filtering. The digestive system continues processing. The brain continues regulating essential functions. Sleep is not an activity. It is a different state of activity, and the brain remains remarkably busy. During sleep, memory and learning processes may be involved. The body can repair tissues. Energy is restored. Hormonal systems continue their rhythms. The immune system performs important functions. So when a dog sleeps for hours, those hours are not wasted. They are part of maintaining the body. This becomes especially important after physical activity. A dog that spends the morning running through a field may return home and sleep deeply. The muscles have worked. The cardiovascular system has worked. The brain has processed a flood of sensory information. Now recovery begins. And after recovery, the dog can become active again. This cycle of activity and rest is natural. It is also one reason a dog's daily life should include both movement and downtime. Too little activity can lead to boredom in some dogs. Too much activity without adequate recovery can also be problematic. Balance matters, and mental activity matters too. A walk isn't only exercise. A sniffing expedition can be a sensory adventure. Training can be a cognitive challenge. Puzzle toys can encourage problem solving. Gentle social interaction can provide emotional enrichment. Rest then becomes more satisfying because the dog has experienced a full day. Imagine the end of such a day. The dog has walked. It has sniffed. It has eaten. It has played. It has interacted. It has watched the world. Perhaps it has learned something new. Now the house is quiet. The dog finds its favorite sleeping place. It circles once, perhaps twice. It lowers its body. A sigh escapes. The head settles. And gradually, the muscles relax. This little sigh is something humans often notice. Dogs may sigh for many reasons. A dog may sigh when relaxing. It may sigh after settling down. It may sigh during a transition from activity to rest. Context matters. But when a dog lets out a long, gentle breath and settles into its bed, it certainly looks like the animal has decided that the day is finished. And perhaps that is a comforting thought. The day does not need to continue forever. Eventually, even the busiest creature needs to stop. The nose stops exploring. The paws stop moving. The ears become relaxed. The eyes close. And the world becomes quieter. There is another fascinating feature of dogs that deserves attention. Their whiskers. Many people think of whiskers as something only cats have in a special sense, but dogs have whiskers too. These specialized hairs, called vibrissae, are connected to sensitive structures in the skin. They can help dogs detect changes in air movement and provide information about nearby objects. Whiskers can be particularly useful around the face, where visual information may be limited. A dog moving through a tight space may benefit from sensory information provided by these hairs. They are not simply ordinary hairs. They are sensory tools, and like the nose, ears, eyes, paws, and tail, they contribute to the dog's understanding of its surroundings. The canine body is full of such specialized features. Nothing exists in isolation. The nose works with the brain. The ears work with attention. The eyes work with movement detection. The paws work with balance. The tail works with communication and movement. The whiskers contribute sensory information. The muscles work with the skeleton. the heart and lungs support movement, and the brain brings all these systems together. A dog walking through a park is therefore doing something far more complicated than simply walking. It is sensing, processing, deciding, remembering, exploring, and responding. The ordinary dog walk becomes a remarkable biological experience. Now think about the way dogs interact with the natural world. Grass, soil, trees, water, wind, rain, snow. Each environment provides different sensory information. Rain changes smells. Wet soil releases different odors. Wind moves scent through the air. Snow can transform the landscape. Leaves carry the smells of plants and animals. A forest can contain an enormous variety of scents. For a dog, stepping into a forest may be like entering an enormous library. Everywhere are chemical messages. Everywhere are traces of movement. Everywhere are sounds. Birds, insects, small mammals, wind moving through leaves, branches shifting, water flowing. The human visitor may simply see trees. The dog experiences a much richer sensory environment. This may be one reason dogs often become intensely interested in outdoor exploration. Their brains are built to investigate, and curiosity is one of the most charming canine traits. Can I investigate? Sometimes the answer is completely unimportant. The dog may spend several minutes investigating a leaf, but for those several minutes, the leaf is the most interesting thing in the world. And then, suddenly, the dog moves on. Something else has captured its attention. This constant shifting of attention is part of exploration. But dogs can also become intensely focused. Working dogs demonstrate this beautifully. A trained detection dog can concentrate on a target odor despite many distractions. A herding dog may focus on livestock. A retrieving dog may focus on a thrown object. A tracking dog may focus on a scent trail. Selective breeding has enhanced particular abilities in different populations of dogs, and humans have shaped these abilities over generations. Yet the underlying canine brain remains flexible. Dogs can learn tasks far removed from their original purposes. A breed developed for one job may become a wonderful companion in a completely different environment. This adaptability is one of the reasons dogs have spread around the world. They can live with people in countless cultures. Their roles differ. Their appearances differ. Their names differ. But the basic companionship remains. There is something profoundly unusual about an animal that can share a home with us so naturally. The dog can learn our routines. We can learn its signals. The dog adjusts to our world. We adjust to its needs. A relationship forms. And over time, the dog becomes woven into the household. Its sleeping place becomes familiar. Its favorite sounds become familiar. Its little habits become familiar. Even its strange behaviors become part of the rhythm of home. Perhaps the dog always walks into the kitchen when someone opens the refrigerator. Perhaps it always brings the same toy to the couch. Perhaps it circles before lying down. Perhaps it stretches immediately after waking. Perhaps it gives a long sigh before settling. These behaviors become little signatures. They tell us that this is not just any dog. It is this dog, an individual, a companion, a personality. And when that dog eventually falls asleep beside us, it can be easy to forget how extraordinary the moment really is. A different species is resting in our home. It trusts the environment. It recognizes the people around it. It has adapted to our schedule. It has learned our sounds. It knows our routines. And now it is sleeping. Perhaps its paws twitch. Perhaps its nose moves. Perhaps the ears flick at a distant sound. Maybe a quiet dream is unfolding. We cannot see inside its mind. but we can watch the peaceful rhythm of its breathing. And sometimes that is enough. So as this part of our journey slowly comes to an end, let the image become softer. The house is quiet. The lights are low. The dog has finished its day. There are no more walks tonight. No more toys. No more exciting sounds. No more exploring. Only rest. The head is down. The body is relaxed. The breathing is slow. And somewhere inside that mysterious canine brain, memories, sensations, and perhaps dreams continue to drift. You can let yourself rest alongside that peaceful image, because the world of dogs will still be here tomorrow. There will still be noses discovering invisible stories, ears catching distant sounds, paws crossing familiar paths, tails communicating feelings, eyes watching the world, and hearts forming bonds with the people they trust. For now, though, everything can become quiet. The dog sleeps, the night continues, and there is nothing left to do but breathe slowly and let the darkness carry you gently towards sleep. And now we arrive at the final stretch of our quiet journey through the remarkable world of dogs. If you're listening from a warm bed, perhaps the room around you has become almost completely still. The day has finished. The lights are dim. The sounds of the outside world are distant. And somewhere nearby, perhaps a dog is already asleep. Maybe it is curled into a little circle. Maybe it is stretched across a blanket. Maybe its head is resting against someone's feet. Maybe it has somehow managed to occupy the largest possible portion of a very small bed. Dogs have their own ideas about comfort. And perhaps that is a good place to continue our story, because the deeper we look into the lives of dogs, the more we discover that their world is both wonderfully familiar and completely different from our own. A dog may spend much of its life beside us without ever seeing the world exactly as we do. It smells things we cannot smell. It hears sounds we cannot hear. It notices movements we overlook. It remembers routines we barely think about. It communicates through signals that we sometimes misunderstand. And yet, somehow, it can become one of the most familiar beings in a household. This is one of the great mysteries of the human-dog relationship. We are different species, but we have become extraordinarily good at living together. One of the reasons may be that dogs are particularly responsive to human social cues. They watch our faces. They listen to our voices. They follow gestures. They observe where we look. They learn our routines. And they can become sensitive to changes in our behavior. A dog may notice when its owner is unusually quiet. It may notice when someone is excited. It may respond to a different tone of voice. It may approach a person who is sitting alone. We should be careful not to assume that dogs understand human emotions exactly as humans do. Their internal experiences are their own. But research and everyday observation both show that dogs are highly attentive to human behavior. They have evolved in an environment where paying attention to people could be extremely valuable. And over many generations, dogs that were especially comfortable cooperating with humans may have been favored. The result is an animal unusually tuned to our presence. This can be seen in something as simple as eye contact. Dogs can look directly at humans. They can learn that a person's gaze is meaningful. They can use our attention as information. A dog may look at a person and then look toward a door, look at a toy, look back at the person. It may be communicating through this sequence of attention. Humans do something similar. We look at something we want another person to notice. Dogs have become remarkably good at participating in these shared moments of attention. This ability is especially interesting because communication between species is difficult. Imagine trying to understand an animal that doesn't speak your language. You cannot ask it what it wants. You cannot explain every situation. Instead, you have to observe. You learn patterns. The dog does the same. Over time, both sides build a shared system. The human learns that a particular whine means the dog wants something. The dog learns that a certain word predicts a walk. The human learns that a particular posture means the dog is uncomfortable. The dog learns that a certain hand movement means come here. It becomes a quiet language. And the longer two individuals live together, the richer that language can become. Dogs can even learn differences between individual human voices. The sound of one person may mean dinner. Another voice may signal play. Another may be associated with calmness. And dogs can distinguish familiar voices from unfamiliar ones. Their ears are constantly gathering information. This is particularly useful because sound travels even when the source is invisible. A dog can hear someone approaching before seeing them. It may hear a car turning into the driveway. It may hear a key moving in a lock. It may hear footsteps outside the room. Sometimes the dog reacts before the human has any idea what it detected. The ears lift. The head turns. The body becomes alert. For a few seconds, the dog listens. Then it decides whether the sound matters. If nothing important follows, the dog may return to resting. This ability to move quickly between relaxation and alertness has obvious survival value. An animal must be able to rest but still respond to important signals. Modern dogs may live in comfortable homes, but many ancient behavioral systems remain. Their ancestors needed to notice movement. They needed to hear potential threats. They needed to identify other animals. They needed to communicate. And they needed to know when it was safe to rest. Those ancient foundations are still present in the modern dog. But humans have also shaped dogs in remarkable ways. Consider the incredible variety of dog breeds. There are dogs with long noses, short noses, huge bodies, tiny bodies, long legs, short legs, curly coats, smooth coats, dense coats, almost hairless coats, erect ears, hanging ears, long tails, short tails, and countless combinations of these traits. This diversity is the result of generations of selective breeding. People selected dogs for specific characteristics, including physical appearance, temperament, and working abilities. Over time, these selections became concentrated within different populations. The result is the extraordinary variety we see today. A border collie may have strong herding instincts. A greyhound has a body specialized for speed. A Labrador retriever has a history connected with retrieving. A dachshund was developed for work involving burrowing animals. A Siberian Husky has physical characteristics associated with endurance in cold environments. A Saint Bernard became famous for rescue work in mountainous regions. These examples reveal something important. A breed's appearance is only part of its story. Its behavior may reflect generations of selection for particular tasks. This is why understanding a dog's background can help explain certain tendencies. A dog bred for herding may be unusually interested in movement. A dog bred for retrieving may love carrying objects. A dog bred for scent work may spend enormous amounts of time investigating smells. A dog bred for guarding may pay close attention to unfamiliar sounds. But again, breed tendencies do not determine every individual's personality. Every dog is unique. Environment, training, socialization, genetics, health, and individual temperament all interact. And sometimes the result is delightfully unpredictable. A dog may have been bred for one purpose and spend its modern life completely obsessed with sleeping on a sofa. Another may have been bred for companionship and become the most enthusiastic athlete in the neighborhood. Dogs are adaptable, and adaptability has been one of their greatest strengths. It has allowed them to live alongside humans in enormous numbers of environments, from farms to cities, from warm climates to cold ones, from quiet villages to crowded urban neighborhoods. Dogs have become remarkably successful companions. But even while living indoors, they retain many behaviors inherited from their evolutionary past. Digging is one example. Some dogs seem naturally fascinated by digging. They may dig in soil. They may dig at blankets. They may dig at their beds before lying down. This can have several possible causes. It may be exploratory. It may be playful. It may be related to comfort. It may reflect instinctive behavior inherited from ancestors. Some dogs appear to dig before settling into a sleeping spot, almost as though they are preparing the area. Watching a dog circle and paw at a blanket before lying down can be strangely satisfying. The dog digs, turns, adjusts the blanket, turns again, sighs, then finally settles. Perhaps somewhere deep in its behavioral history is an ancient preparation ritual. Another familiar behavior is carrying objects. Dogs often love to carry things in their mouths. Toys, balls, sticks, objects they aren't supposed to have. The behavior can be linked to natural retrieving tendencies, play, exploration, and individual preferences. Some dogs carry toys to their humans as an invitation to interact. Others simply carry them because they enjoy it. And some dogs seem to believe that every object in the house is potentially their property. A sock appears. The dog is interested. A slipper is left unattended. The dog discovers it. A tissue falls onto the floor. Suddenly, it becomes the most fascinating object in existence. Dogs investigate objects partly through smell and partly through touch and taste. The mouth is another sensory tool. This is particularly obvious in puppies. Young dogs explore their world with extraordinary enthusiasm. Everything is new. The floor, the furniture, the garden, the leash, the human hand, the other dog, the sound of a door, the texture of grass, the smell of soil. A puppy is constantly gathering information, and because its brain is developing rapidly, experiences can be especially important. Safe exploration allows the puppy to learn about the world. This is one reason early socialization is so valuable. A puppy can gradually learn that different people, environments, sounds, surfaces, and experiences are not necessarily threatening. The key is allowing those experiences to happen at a manageable pace. A frightened puppy should not be forced into overwhelming situations. Instead, confidence can grow through gentle exposure and positive experiences. As the puppy matures, these experiences become part of its understanding of the world. And learning never truly stops. Adult dogs can learn new behaviors. Senior dogs can continue learning too. The idea that an older dog cannot learn new things is a myth. Dogs retain the ability to learn throughout life. The speed and ease of learning can change with age, health, motivation, and experience, but learning remains possible. This is wonderful because it means a dog's relationship with its human can continue developing over many years. A new trick, a new routine, a new game, a new walking route, a new object, a new command. The brain remains engaged, and mental stimulation can be deeply satisfying. Some dogs enjoy puzzle feeders. Others enjoy scent games. Some love learning tricks. Some prefer searching for hidden treats. Others simply want to explore the backyard. The best activity depends on the individual, but curiosity is often an excellent source of enrichment. Dogs want to know what is happening. They want to investigate. They want to smell. They want to interact. They want to discover. And once the investigation is complete, they often return to one of their favorite activities: rest. This cycle is fascinating. Activity creates fatigue. Fatigue creates the need for rest. Rest restores the body. Then curiosity returns. A dog can repeat this rhythm throughout the day. And sometimes, after an especially exciting experience, the need for sleep becomes obvious. A dog may come home from a long walk and immediately collapse. The legs stretch out. The eyes close. The breathing slows. Perhaps the paws begin twitching. The dog enters a deeper stage of sleep. And maybe it dreams. Dreaming in dogs is one of the most charming mysteries of canine behavior. We know that dogs experience sleep stages associated with dreaming. During REM sleep, the brain is highly active. The body is generally less active than the brain because of natural mechanisms that reduce large movements. But small movements can still appear. Paws twitch, whiskers move, eyes shift, the mouth may move. Sometimes a dog makes a tiny noise. These behaviors are particularly common in some dogs during sleep. It is impossible to know exactly what the dog is dreaming about. But because dogs have memories and experiences, scientists have considered whether dreams may incorporate aspects of their daily lives. Perhaps familiar people appear. Perhaps familiar places. Perhaps running. Perhaps chasing. Perhaps simply fragments of sensations. Whatever happens, it remains hidden inside the sleeping mind. And maybe that mystery should remain. Not everything needs to be explained. Sometimes it is enough to watch. A sleeping dog can teach us something about stillness. During the day, the dog may seem full of questions. At night, there is nothing to investigate. The nose rests. The paws stop moving. The ears become soft. The eyes close. The body becomes heavy. The dog is simply there. And perhaps humans can learn from that. We often carry tomorrow into today. We replay yesterday. We worry about things that haven't happened. Dogs do not need to solve the future before they can sleep. They settle into the moment. They breathe. They rest. And eventually, morning comes. This doesn't mean dogs never experience stress or fear. They certainly can. Dogs can experience anxiety, excitement, frustration, fear, and many other emotional states. Their emotional lives should not be reduced to simple labels. But dogs also experience positive states: playfulness, curiosity, comfort, anticipation, social connection, relaxation. And those peaceful moments can be incredibly meaningful. A dog lying in the sun, a dog rolling in the grass, a dog greeting a familiar person, a dog discovering a new scent, a dog carrying its favorite toy, a dog resting after a long walk. These ordinary moments make up a dog's life. And there is another important aspect of that life: touch. Many dogs enjoy physical contact with people they trust. Gentle petting can be rewarding. Some dogs enjoy having their chest scratched. Others love ear rubs. Some prefer a gentle stroke along the back. Others would rather simply sit close without much touching. Again, individual preference matters. Respecting a dog's signals is part of building trust. If a dog moves away, it is communicating. If it leans closer, that is information too. If the body becomes stiff, that may be a sign to pause. If the dog relaxes, the interaction may be comfortable. Learning these signals helps humans communicate more effectively. And this is another example of the quiet language shared between species. We learn the dog learns us. Trust grows. And with trust comes vulnerability. A dog may sleep deeply near someone it trusts. It may expose its side. It may rest its head against a person's leg. It may close its eyes. This is a small but beautiful expression of comfort. The dog is not analyzing the moment. It is simply experiencing safety. And safety is one of the most important foundations of rest. A dog that feels secure can relax more easily. A dog that feels threatened remains alert. This is true for many animals. The nervous system responds to the environment. When danger is perceived, the body prepares for action. When safety returns, the body can settle. That is why a calm environment can be so valuable. A quiet room, a familiar bed, a predictable routine, a trusted person, a comfortable temperature, all can help create the conditions for rest. And dogs are often excellent at finding those conditions themselves. They choose the warmest patch of sunlight, then move to the coolest floor. They adjust their position. They stretch. They curl. They move again. Eventually, they find the perfect position, or what they believe is the perfect position. And once they settle, they may stay there for hours. Dogs also have an extraordinary ability to make themselves comfortable in seemingly impossible positions. Their bodies are flexible. Their joints allow a wide range of movement. And sleeping dogs can fold themselves into shapes that look almost comical. A head rests on a paw. A leg points upward. The back curves. The nose disappears beneath the tail. And somehow, the dog is perfectly comfortable. Perhaps one of the great secrets of canine sleep is that comfort doesn't have to look comfortable to us. The dog knows. And if the dog knows, that's enough. Now let us return once more to the senses. A dog waking in the morning doesn't simply open its eyes. The world arrives through multiple channels. Light reaches the eyes. Sounds enter the ears. Scents fill the nose. The paws feel the surface. The body senses movement and position. The brain begins processing information. Within moments, the sleeping dog becomes an active observer again. Perhaps it stretches. Front legs forward, back legs extending. The body lengthens. Then comes the shake. A full body shake can rapidly redistribute the fur and reset the body after rest. The dog looks around, sniffs, maybe yawns, and then the day begins. The first important event might be breakfast. For many dogs, food is an extremely powerful motivator. The anticipation can begin before the bowl appears. The sound of the kitchen, the movement of a person, the opening of a cupboard, the smell of food. All these cues can combine. The dog knows. Breakfast is coming. Dogs also have powerful associations with food because food is biologically important. Their brains are designed to respond to nutritional rewards. But food can also become connected with social interaction. Treats during training, special meals, rewards for calm behavior, a favorite snack after a walk. Food can become part of a shared routine. And dogs can become remarkably expressive when they believe food is nearby. The eyes appear larger. The ears become attentive. The nose points toward the source. The entire body seems to lean into anticipation. It is difficult not to smile. After breakfast comes another part of the canine rhythm: movement. A walk provides physical exercise, but it also offers something much more important: information. A dog walking through its neighborhood encounters smells left by people, animals, plants, vehicles, weather, and countless other sources. Each walk can therefore be different. Even the same route changes from day to day. A new dog may have passed. A squirrel may have crossed the path. Rain may have altered the smells. A different person may have walked nearby. Leaves may have fallen. Snow may have covered familiar scents. For humans, the route looks the same. For dogs, it may be constantly changing. This makes repetition less boring than it appears. The same park can become a new sensory experience each day. And when the dog returns home, the information collected during the walk becomes part of its memory. The body rests. The mind processes. Then the next adventure begins. This is perhaps one reason dogs seem to live so completely in their immediate environment. Their senses pull them toward what is happening now. A smell, a sound, a movement, a person, a toy, a meal, a comfortable bed. Their attention shifts with the world around them. Humans, meanwhile, can become lost in thoughts about yesterday and tomorrow. Dogs don't need to explain their experience. They simply investigate the present. And perhaps there is something peaceful about that. Now, think about the incredible number of roles dogs have played throughout human history. Some dogs helped hunters locate prey. Some guarded homes and livestock. Some pulled sleds. Some carried supplies. Some worked with fishermen. Some herded sheep. Some controlled pests. Some delivered messages. Some searched for survivors. Some guided people. Some detected substances. Some worked alongside medical professionals. And some simply stayed beside families. The variety of canine roles shows how flexible these animals can be. Their bodies and minds have been shaped in different ways, but their ability to cooperate remains central. A dog can take a simple natural ability and, through training, turn it into something extraordinary. The nose becomes a detection instrument. The body becomes a rescue partner. The ears become an alert system. The intelligence becomes a working skill. And the social bond becomes cooperation. Perhaps the most remarkable part is that the dog often seems to enjoy the work. Many dogs thrive on having something meaningful to do. They enjoy solving problems. They enjoy interacting with their handlers. They enjoy searching. They enjoy retrieving. They enjoy learning. For some dogs, a task provides mental stimulation and satisfaction. This doesn't mean every dog needs a job, but it shows how adaptable canine minds can be. And when the work is finished, the dog can return to its favorite role. Companion, family member, sleepy creature on the couch. The same animal that spent the morning searching for a scent can spend the afternoon asleep in a patch of sunlight. The same species capable of extraordinary feats can also become completely fascinated by a squeaky toy. That contrast is part of what makes dogs so endearing. They can be serious workers. Then, 5 minutes later, they are rolling around on their backs for no obvious reason. They can track a scent with incredible precision, then forget why they walked into a room. They can learn complicated tasks, then become suspicious of a harmless plastic bag. They can appear highly intelligent, then stare at a closed door as though they have never encountered one before. Dogs are wonderfully imperfect, and perhaps humans love them partly because of that. They don't need to be perfect. They simply need to be themselves. A dog can be energetic, lazy, curious, clumsy, graceful, stubborn, gentle, playful, serious, affectionate, independent. Every dog is different, and that individuality becomes especially precious over time. A dog grows from a puppy into an adult. Its face changes. Its habits become familiar. Its personality becomes clearer. Its favorite places become known. Its favorite sounds become recognized. And eventually, the humans living beside it can understand tiny signals that nobody else notices. A particular look, a particular sigh, a particular movement toward the door, a particular way of asking for food, a particular sleeping position. The relationship becomes filled with details. And those details are what make companionship meaningful. Perhaps this is why losing a dog can feel like losing a member of the household. The dog has been woven into daily life. Its sounds become part of the home. Its footsteps become familiar. Its breathing becomes familiar. Its presence becomes expected. The empty space where it used to sleep can feel strangely quiet. This is the other side of the human-dog relationship. Because the bond is real, its absence can matter deeply. But tonight, we don't need to dwell on that. Tonight, we can simply appreciate the remarkable fact that dogs are here. They share our homes. They walk beside us. They sleep near us. They teach us patience. They make us laugh. They remind us to go outside. They encourage us to notice small things. And sometimes they simply sit beside us without doing anything at all. There is no grand achievement required. A dog doesn't need to perform a trick to be valuable. It doesn't need to win a competition. It doesn't need to understand every command. Sometimes companionship itself is enough. A warm body beside you, a gentle breathing rhythm, a familiar presence, a quiet pair of eyes, and a creature that has chosen, in its own way, to share your world. As we approach the end of our journey, let's return to the sleeping dog. The house has become silent again. The day is finished. The dog has eaten, explored, listened, sniffed, walked, played, learned, and now it is resting. Its body is warm. Its breathing is slow. The muscles are relaxed. The paws are still. Perhaps one ear moves. Perhaps the nose twitches. Perhaps a paw makes a tiny running motion. Maybe the dog is dreaming. Maybe it is remembering. Maybe its brain is simply passing through the mysterious patterns of sleep. We cannot know, and we don't have to know. We can simply let the dog sleep. There is something profoundly peaceful about that image. A creature that spent the day exploring the world has finally found a place where it feels safe enough to close its eyes. And perhaps we can do the same. The world will still be here tomorrow. There will be emails, messages, appointments, responsibilities, questions, plans, but none of them need to be solved right now. Right now, the day is finished. Just like the dog, you can rest. Let the shoulders soften. Let the jaw relax. Let the hands become still. Allow your breathing to slow naturally. There is nowhere you need to go. Nothing you need to prove. Nothing you need to remember. The story can simply fade into the background. Imagine the soft sound of a dog's breathing. Slow, steady, comforting. A little rise, a little fall, a quiet pause, then another breath. The room remains dark. The blanket feels warm. The outside world becomes distant, and the dog sleeps. Perhaps it dreams of running through a field. Perhaps it dreams of a familiar voice. Perhaps it dreams of a favorite toy. Perhaps dogs dream of smells in ways we could never understand. Or perhaps dreams are simply a mysterious feature of the sleeping brain, shared in some form by many mammals. Whatever the answer, the mystery remains beautiful. Dogs have been beside us for an extraordinary stretch of human history. They have traveled with us, worked with us, protected us, helped us, played with us, and slept beside us. Their story is connected to ours. And yet, after all these thousands of years, there is still so much about them that remains mysterious. We don't know exactly what every bark means. We don't know exactly what every dream contains. We don't know exactly how dogs experience every emotion. We don't know how they perceive the world through their extraordinary noses. But we can observe, we can learn, we can listen, and the more we understand, the more fascinating dogs become. Perhaps that is the final lesson of this sleepy journey. Familiar things can still be extraordinary. A dog lying beside you may look like an ordinary part of everyday life. But inside that animal is a remarkable biological system. A powerful nose, sensitive ears, specialized eyes, a flexible body, a complex brain, a social nature, a lifetime of memories, and an ability to form bonds with another species that has few parallels in the natural world. The next time you see a dog sleeping peacefully, perhaps you will pause for a moment. Look at the gentle rise and fall of its body. Notice the relaxed paws, the soft face, the occasional twitch, and remember that beneath that quiet exterior is an entire world. A world of smells, sounds, memories, associations, curiosity, learning, comfort, and perhaps dreams. The dog doesn't need to tell you about any of it. It simply sleeps. And maybe that is enough. So now, as we finish our journey through these sleepy facts about dogs, let the story become quieter. The words can fade. The thoughts can slow. The night can become softer. The dog is resting. You are resting. Everything else can wait. Breathe in slowly. And breathe out. Again, slowly and gently. The day is behind you. Tomorrow can remain tomorrow. For this moment, there is only quiet, only rest, only the peaceful rhythm of breathing. Somewhere nearby, a dog may be dreaming. And perhaps, in that dream, it is once again running through an endless field beneath a soft evening sky. Its paws move lightly. Its nose follows invisible scents. Its ears listen to distant sounds. The world is wide. The grass is cool. The air is gentle. And there is nowhere else it needs to be. Eventually, even the dream becomes quiet. The paws stop moving. The breathing becomes slow again. And the dog settles deeper into sleep. The night continues. The room remains peaceful. And everything is still. Thank you for spending this quiet time with Sleepy Discovery. Whenever the world feels too loud, you can return to the simple things. A soft blanket, a peaceful room, a slow breath, and the comforting presence of a dog asleep nearby. Good night. Rest well, and may your dreams be as peaceful as a sleeping dog beneath a quiet midnight sky.